I will recognize the ranking member for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair, and thank you to our witnesses. You know, it is rare to have this relative bipartisan agreement on an issue, so I want to capitalize on it for a moment. I will ask each of you the same questions. It's no gotcha, I promise, but it really is a simple yes or no, and I'll start with you, Mr. Smith, and then we'll go to Mr. Jaishankar, and then we'll go to Mr. Lalwani. So, Mr. Smith, would you say that our partnership with India is critical to countering China's malign influence, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Jaishankar?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Yay. And so, would you say that India's role in the Quad enhances our ability to promote a free and open Indo-Pacific? Mr. Smith, I'll start.
Absolutely yes.
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 Okay, perfect. Last question. Would you each say that a strong U.S.-India partnership makes it easier to maintain deterrence in the Indo-Pacific? Mr. Smith?
Yes.
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 Okay, it is fantastic and wonderful to hear that we are all on the same page, and I would have said yes to each of those questions as well. So now I want to walk us through the 50% tariffs that are currently holding the U.S.-India relationship hostage. And Mr. Jaishankar, I will ask you these next few questions. Did the U.S. and India begin negotiations on a trade deal before or after Trump announced in April that he was going to subject India to the 25% Liberation Day tariffs?
Thank you, Congresswoman. This would actually be a question that I think the Office of the U.S. Trade Representative would be best equipped to answer. But based on what has been publicly reported, yes, the negotiations began before February 13th. It was on February 13th that President Trump announced tariffs.
Right before Valentine's Day. Yes. I got that information as well. And that would lead me to believe that the tariffs were not even really needed to kickstart negotiations since they were already happening. Mm-hmm. So, Mr. Jaishankar, is it your understanding that since February, U.S. and Indian negotiators were working in good faith and were very close to reaching a deal yes. when Trump went ahead and imposed the 25% tariff? So not asking like what the deal was, but is it your understanding that they were close to getting to a deal?
I do not know how close they were at that point of time. The tariffs kicked in on April 2nd, but negotiations had started. My understanding is by early July, the two sides had reached quite close to an agreement.
So that's my understanding as well, that by July there was actually a deal on the table, that both sides had negotiated, but it was a deal that for some reason Trump didn't like. And so he essentially imposed these tariffs and put everybody back at the negotiating table. So now we have the 25% Liberation Day tariffs. And then to everyone's surprise, Trump imposed an additional 25% tariffs for India's imports of Russian oil, bringing the number to 50%. Yes. So my question for you, Mr. Jaishankar, is did the administration make clear that India would be subject to a cumulative 50% tariff for Russian oil imports before or after they actually imposed the 50% rate?
So I believe on August 6th, there was an announcement by President Trump that using executive authority that he would have the ability to impose it. It would kick in September. So that was when I think the official announcement took place. The extra 25% tariff was imposed in September.
After, exactly. Yeah. So I'm sharing this because for me, the theme of this administration seems to be to punish your partners and abuse your friends. And I don't know about you, but this is not how I would do a partner. My job, I do want to say that my job is not to be a sole cheerleader for India, but it is to ensure that the U.S. has the best strategic alliances around the world. And I consider India to be one of those strategic alliances that we should be continuing to cultivate. And I would argue that Americans will be less safe if India has a stronger relationship with Russia and China than with the United States, because the tariff rate on India is currently higher than the tariff rate on China. Meanwhile, Russia and China are getting pretty good deals from the administration right now. A favorable resolution for Russia and Ukraine, and an effective policy freeze on sanctions and export controls for China. I just think we should be, Mr. Chair, rethinking how we treat our partner, how we treat our partnership with India. And with that, I yield back.
There